This was my return to New World. I'd been gone for about a week or two, playing a few other games whilst they were being released and having a little bit of a breather from New World while we were waiting for the February update to release. This was about a week before the update was due to release, so I hopped back onto the server in order to try and help my team take control of some territory in preparation for this update. Now, as you will see throughout the video, certain things take a twisted turn and things don't go exactly to plan. That is until the update drops. Then we start to get a little bit more back on task and, well, now you guys will see the unexpected turn that happens towards the end of this update releasing. We go through wars, we go through OPR, we go through open world battles, and we also do some dungeons and some expeditions in the mix there as well. This is a little inside look into my first couple of weeks back, running almost up to where we are at in the present day, and this has been a lot of fun, but this is only the beginning. Okay, we are back in New World. This is very exciting. This is the comeback. We've been having about a week off, maybe a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks by now, to play some Lost Ark, but I'm finally back here at my home in Everfall. Now, I don't know what the outfit's saying right now. I'm not sure about this. Let's just have a quick look at this real fast. There we go. Piece from the same set. Now we're looking ready to go. Now, we are back to New World, and I have teamed up with some of my previous guild. We kind of disbanded when Lost Ark was launching because we were going to diversify our time a little bit, but I've joined up with the guys over here on Vega, Hydrus Trinity, and we have a war coming up for Everfall, so I'm going to go ahead and sign up there, but I've got a bit of work to do before we can get involved with that. I think it's time that we finalise our build. I think we're going to stick with the Bruiser build. I'm really enjoying this one, but it does mean I've got a bit of work to do, as we can see some stinky levels up here on the old Warhammer and the Great Axe. So we're going to jump into that. We're going to make sure that we can get some really decent gear score going on, at least up to 610 with these. And I want to get all of my armour up there as well, which is going to mean a fair bit of farming. And yeah, may as well get on the gypsums whilst I'm doing it too. As you can see, I've got a couple of mutated orbs ready to go, so this should be quite a decent experience. Currently, right now, whilst I'm preparing, I've got about a day to get ready for that war, so let's get on with that. Now, we're still waiting for the February update to come out, so what we're going to do is go ahead and join Outpost Rush and see what we can do. I might respec to healing just so that I can get a bit more points, just because I definitely want to get that reward for being in here. I've got a couple life staffs on me. I think this is probably the best one, so I could switch that out real fast. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. That will get us up to 150 con with the food and about just shy of 200 strength. Should be pretty good with a decent amount of healing. We could even go higher with the healing, go to 210. Let's do that instead. Let's get the right up on the healing and make sure that we're ready to go with that. Okay, we're in here in Outpost Rush. Let's see what we can do. Not played the game for a couple of weeks. Let's see if we can get back into this and get right into the swing at the top of that leaderboard. Got a lot of server mergers just come into Vega as well, so there could be quite a fair new faces on here that are very decent or very good even at the game. So we'll see what's going on. Okay, we seem to have pushed through the middle already, so I'm going to push up with my team here. I need to get this score up, so we need to get healing and we need to be doing some damage. Right now, like I said, we're playing before the updates come out, so it's still the old system of OPR where healing is by far and away one of the best ways to get yourself some points. So I'm going to make sure I can get in on that. Oh wow, they're all coming in. Okay. Operation keep the team alive as much as possible. That guy is going to have to run. Can do some healing whilst we're damaging the enemies here. Drop one of these at the doorway. Gonna get stuck here. We're going to have to reposition. Drop them both. Get out of there, team. I think we're all healing. Oh, no. There's no shortage of healers, that's for sure. Getting sniped by this musket guy. Get my mana pots in quick. Get ourselves a cheeky kill in there. Switch the axe here and cut a few of them off. Get behind us. Okay, we've pushed in. Let's keep it going. That's it, that's the victory that we needed. Nice. Team did pretty well there. Managed to get my rewards, which is good. Now it's time to see where we placed on the leaderboard. As you can see, my healing took a bit of a toll there, thanks to, my lack of gear score and, such. But we still managed to pull off an 8th, which is pretty good actually. 2-1 KD with 40,000 total damage, and that's going to be 8th place. It's not bad for a first attempt back. Now at this point, my gear score was holding me back. I wasn't able to pull off the amount of healing I needed to be at the top of the leaderboard with the old system of Outpost Rush. But thankfully, that was all about to change. The new update was just around the corner, and whilst we prepared for that, we did some other activities within Eternum, namely expeditions. This guy looks like he might be a little stuck. Let's see how high he actually goes. Oh, and he's gone through the roof. See you later, mate. After a solid few pre-update runs on these expeditions, we did both Genesis and Lazarus, got some expertise nicely bumped up to a reasonable level, and luckily all the equipped gear I have was either crafted or got before the update that changed it to be downscaled. Therefore, I was sat at around a nice cheeky 600 to 610 gear score. Now this would be enough to get me into the war and for me to be able to play a decent part in this. And here's how the first war went. Yeah, A group get on the point as well. Fight on the point. A group come back.
3.
After you've done that hurt, we got about 25 coming back towards A.
Alright, cool. We're going to quickly clear here and then we're going to go back.
Group 1, get on point. We got some good support at the minute. Casters left side of A. Heavies around here, get yourselves on point. Get a touch point here. In this war, my team played really well, and particularly my team that I had on A. We managed to keep this point up until about 11 minutes in, where they flooded it with around 40 to 45 members of their team. They overpowered us, got us on respawns when the other half of the team had to go in, so we made the decision to pull back from this flag, leaving it for the enemies to capture and focus on the final 2 points for the remainder of this defense. A lot behind at B, watch how it goes.
Pop a haste pot, no man's land's clear. Alright guys, we're going to do big damage on C. Fantastic job everyone, good job all.
As you can see, this Everfall defense went swimmingly. However, things were unfortunately about to take a turn for the worse. The server was heating up with many PvP companies transferring from other servers, filling up our server to full capacity. We had queues and we had more than just a little bit toxic competition. This is how our last war went on Vega, and yes, you heard me correctly, our last war on Vega.
So laggy, man.
Now, whilst healthy competition is a must in New World, this server was becoming one of the hottest topics around, and something which our community was not on board with. We prefer a much more chilled and cooperative experience. As you can see throughout the gameplay of this war, there were several issues with lag and desync. Now, this is through no fault of any companies, but we decided this was the final straw for us on Vega. We put a GG's in the chat to our victors, and we made plans to progress to our new era. We decided to have a fresh start on a new server. We moved over to Dry Tree EU. This server was a medium population with some good healthy competition, and it seemed like the perfect fit for us to get involved. We brought our new communities over, and luckily for us, the update was just around the corner. Once the update dropped, we were able to get massively back on task towards getting that gear score up, and I was able to make sure that my gear and weapons were in fine condition. The first thing that I wanted to do in order to get this and continue bumping up my expertise to that maximum level was Outpost Rush. With the new scoring system, Outpost Rush was allowing me to much more consistently hit the top of the leaderboard whilst playing my main DPS bruiser role. This meant that I could get myself some Umbral Shards, some decent rewards, and the Gypsum. The new reward system in Outpost Rush from the February update, paired with the other increases to rewards across the board, meant that I was quickly able to get my gear score up to a very sturdy position. This was all in good time, as we now had our first war on Dry Tree. Was it enough to make us win the war and for me to successfully help my team, or had my break taken too much of a toll on my gear score for the next couple of runs? start getting on the point. Heavy guys, touch point. Go straight in there, and remember when we go through B we're going to be stopped in no man's land, and then we're looking at the respawn points once we get there, because they're going to be popping up on the B point here. Okay, push it their side towards the fort here. Big group on the barricades, left side. Right, let's get these doors down. Good job. Well played, guys. Now, as you guys will probably be able to see from that footage, this war was a little bit too easy. Unfortunately, the team we were against didn't have their A team, and essentially we were able to run through these guys pretty quickly, but they're actually a really good side, so it was a shame we didn't get to fight their full team. However, we did manage to get ourselves a new home on the Dry Tree server. We now earned Ebon Scale Reach, and this would be the start of our new journey.
GG's everyone.
I think I just got the drop. No way.